Welcome to the Curlcast, a podcast dedicated to detangling the pros and woes of curly hair. We're your hosts, Angel
and Mira.
And welcome back to the Curlcast, first of all. It's been a hot minute since we've been
It's been
here.
a while, honestly, due to various reasons, but we're back.
We'll go into them. We'll get into them.
We'll get into them.
But we are going to dive straight into it. And in today's episode, we're going to be talking about bad hair days.
From the meh to the terrible.
Yeah. So bad hair days come in many shapes and sizes.
I'm experiencing one at the moment.
That's okay.
No.
I mean, there is a little bit of frizz, but these front parts.
A little. Yeah, because I just retouched them.
Okay.
Otherwise, I don't feel cute.
Yes, so basically we're going to be talking about, how to deal with bad hair days, ways you can kind of combat them, ways that you can kind of love yourself during those bad hair days, push through, and ways to avoid them in future.
Or even manage them up if you're experiencing them already.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I think it's important to understand, why do they even occur in the first place? Sometimes you don't even know. Like sometimes you do the recipe that you do of products and the techniques and everything, and sometimes it just doesn't work for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
And that's okay. But sometimes there is a reason behind your bad day. And I think for this wash day, it was because I rushed my hair routine.
Mm-hmm.
I was 2 seams to do the steps and I rushed my hair routine.
That's me as well. That's why my hair is so short today. I don't know if you could tell. I did not get a haircut.
It is shrinkage.
It's really, really intense shrinkage. And that's because last night I quickly did my hair, didn't even bother drying it, popped it up in a satin bonnet, went to sleep, woke up, and my hair was like 5 times shorter than usual. But that's okay. I actually don't mind it.
For me, I embrace that when that happens. Because I love shrinkage. It makes my curls pop. But at the same time, I feel like your hair's usually longer. Yeah,
it's a bit weird feeling it this short. But I don't mind it. But yeah, those days where you just rush thinking, I'll cut corners, this time. I don't have time for anything else. Don't do that. You will probably regret it and have to redo your hair.
Or at least put it in a protective style if you're not if you can't be bothered doing the whole thing.
Yeah.
I think that's what I should have done, but I was like, nah, it's fine. I'll just quickly put the stuff in and it will work. Excuse me, no, it did not work. Rushing your routine. Don't. Figure out something else you should do if you're in a time crunch.
Yeah, so find a routine that works for you in a shorter amount of time and maybe a more intensive, longer routine when you have more time. I don't know if that means maybe cutting out, deep conditioning one wash day. Maybe just skip the deep conditioner, do it next time. But just find something that works for you for both.
Or I did something last week where I just left the deep conditioner in for heaps, for 8 hours. And then I styled later.
Yeah.
I did look ridiculous though for a couple of hours. You can't take any Zoom meetings while you're doing this because I was in a shower cap the entire time.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. But the next thing is not deep conditioning. So on the flip side, if you skip if you skip one deep conditioning, the world's not gonna end on a wash day, okay? But if you skip 4 or 5 wash days, no deep conditioning at all, your hair will suffer.
Yeah.
Even if you are conditioning, even if your shower conditioner's bomb.com, nothing's gonna save you, boo. You need a deep condition.
Yeah. So the whole purpose of deep conditioning is to moisturize your hair, make sure that it's protected from external factors, humidity, all of that, because if your hair is dry and maybe potentially a bit damaged, if you're not deep conditioning, you're not giving your hair the nourishment and repair that it needs, and potentially you're letting it get more damaged as well. So be very vigilant with your deep conditioner. Do it as often as your hair allows it without getting oily or gross.
And without creating a protein overload if you are using a protein-based deep conditioner.
Yes.
So have a balance between a moisture-based and a protein-based conditioner.
That's very true.
Yeah. And on that note, protein overload, terrible. You always have a bad hair day.
Yeah.
I'm protein sensitive and I experience that a lot.
I'm actually the opposite. So my hair loves protein, and a lot of people who've bleached their hair or have high porosity will find that protein is very good, and you should use at least one protein product every wash day. But yeah, if you have low porosity hair or sensitive to proteins, do avoid using them too often. Like maybe once every 3 months.
Honestly, yeah, like I rarely use it, and when I use it, I mix it in with a moisturizing. Like I put like a teaspoon, like mixed in with like moisturizing deep conditioner.
And watch out as well, if you're protein sensitive, you might also be sensitive to aloe vera as well. So there's, I don't know what it is, maybe it's the chemical makeup of both that are similar, but you might react the same way to aloe vera that you do to protein. So yeah, that's a
I haven't tried aloe vera on my hair, so I can't speak about that.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, like maybe I will and have a terrible hair day. But anyways, using the wrong products together.
Yeah.
What are your experiences? No, we can go to my experience later. What are your experiences?
Honestly, like I personally haven't really had too much of a bad time mixing products, but that's because I don't pay close enough attention. Like I almost every single wash day I will use a different routine, and that's purely because I have bad memory and I don't remember what I did last time, and I have all these products to use, so I just kind of mix and match. But I've never found that things don't work together, but then again, I could be wrong. Maybe my hair thrives with a certain set of ingredients, but I just don't know.
That's fair enough.
Yeah. Mira has very different experiences that she will share with you now.
Oh, okay. So like there are some products that, like for example, like I love my Can2, but some gels don't mix well with the Can2. Like they make it flaky, they make it not good, and like after you've gone through all that effort of brushing it in, like you feel like your head's white and it's never gonna like look good because it dries, and then you look like you have a real dandruff problem. Not just like not that you just have dandruff. No, you have like an issue because
it's like a blizzard on your scalp. It's
like literally like if I move a little, like, snowflakes everywhere. So like,
ew, first of all.
Yeah, it's ill, but that's what I mean. Like, it's a terrible hair day. But my worst experience was like, so there's this particular curl whip that I tried, and for the life of me, I can't pair it with any gel. I've tried every gel at my house. It flakes and it's terrible. And when it's paired with the gel, the curl whip doesn't even work. My hair just becomes like this weird shape. It's terrible. And the day I tried it was actually on a day that we were meeting Sandy from Curly Essentials, and I was like mortified. I was like to Angelique in the car, she's gonna think I'm an imposter, like, because like my hair is so bad, and it was crystallizing, and I was wearing a black jacket. It was
bad. It was bad. The curls weren't there. It was just pure, like, just almost frizz, but it was frizz. It was really strange. Like, I've never seen Mira's hair that way before. It's definitely the product's fault. As you can see, she knows how to, do the little twisties, get her curls there. But that product just did not suit her hair, and till this day, we don't actually know the reason for that. Yeah,
like, I don't know why it does. Like, the Curl Whip does have its own gel, but I'm scared to buy the gel. Like, I don't want to commit to a whole new gel because I like the ones that I have.
Yeah.
But what I did find is that it's good for twists and it's good with a leave-in. So I guess it has a purpose, but like,
just not a very frequent.
Yeah, I don't twist that often, but it's okay. The fourth reason that we have is technique. So when you use the wrong technique on your hair.
Yeah.
So like, there's a lot of techniques, but some are more suited to you than others.
Yeah, so when we talk about techniques, if you follow us on Instagram, you'll see that not every Tuesday, I've been a bit slack recently, but on some Tuesdays, we post something called Technique Tuesday, where we'll talk about, stop laughing, I'm doing my best. We'll talk about different techniques that you can use for your hair that should promote healthy curls. So a lot of these techniques will work for a lot of people. Sorry, pardon me. but a lot of them actually won't. So what's really important about, the techniques that you use for your hair is that they all kind of work together to give you the curls that, the curls that you feel the most confident and comfortable with as well.
And it's also like the most promoted natural curl pattern as well. You will get a curl with everything, but like some you'll get like more than others, like more defined, more bigger, etc.
Like some examples are like twisting, finger coiling, roping. There's a lot of weird ones that
prayer heads.
Yeah. If you don't know what we're talking about, head to our Instagram page. We do have a lot of interesting posts, and there are quite a few bloggers out there as well who are really willing to help you.
Yeah, like the Curl Complex.
She's great.
The Curls Guide.
Yeah.
They have like all this information about what you can do. But like we said, you have to experiment with what works and what doesn't. Like for me, for example, like Angelique posted one technique Tuesday about plopping. That does not work for me at all.
Right.
Like I need to style my hair like immediately, and nothing needs to touch it while it's drying. So plopping in a t-shirt is like the opposite of that.
Yeah.
But for some people, I see it on Instagram, their hair looks amazing when they do it. So
I have a love-hate relationship with plopping.
Yeah. But
yeah,
we'll still like educate on all the techniques, like even if some of them don't work for us, because they might work for you, and that's like the variability of it all.
If it's a technique, it's a technique. We're not going to knock it, even if we don't fully understand it. Like we'll still share it if it's relevant, but we'll just we'll give our opinions, but we'll say try it for yourself, make your own opinion up, and then let us know. But I do want to kind of add one of the things that are important for making sure that your products work with your hair and the techniques that you're using actually work is clarifying your hair. So
yes,
what a lot of curly girls don't do, that I learned the hard way, really.
Especially curly girl method peeps.
Yeah. Look, we followed the curly girl method at the beginning, and then we realized that one important thing was missing, and that's shampoo.
Yeah.
So
like my scalp died.
Yeah. So shampoo, or just clarifying, it doesn't have to be that really harsh alcohol-based shampoo that you find. You can find a good shampoo that's good for your hair, has moisturizing alcohols, doesn't lather as, intensely as maybe a sodium-based one would.
Yeah.
But clarifying your scalp and getting rid of the excess product buildup in your hair is so important.
And especially dandruff as well. If you have dandruff, like just that oily buildup that happens.
Yeah. So like that getting all of that gunk out of your hair will really help products adhere to your hair better. It will stop your hair being greasy and weighed down as well. And it really does help reduce frizz. And also just promotes healthy scalp care and health. It's like skincare.
And hair growth.
Yeah.
Because I heard eventually your hair falls out if it's so built up. Like your scalp is so built up, the follicle can't breathe anymore.
Exactly.
So just your hair falls out.
Exactly. So just be really careful when it comes to not clarifying your hair. If you're a curly girl listening to this, there are some natural ways of doing it. Apple cider vinegar is a really good one. But yeah, just...
Yeah. Oh, but I think I'll add something up to you. Finish your point.
Okay.
So.
No, I was just going to say, just make sure that you are really cleaning your scalp as best you can.
Yeah. And if you don't want to use a shampoo every time, that's fine. I think I play it by ear. Depends how my scalp is. Sometimes my scalp sucks every wash hair day. As in, like, it's always built up. I use a shampoo every time. But then, I condition heaps. But if my scalp's not built up, then I use a co-wash. Like, I think it's fine to use a co-wash if your scalp is actually okay and it's clean, and because sometimes it is.
Yeah, totally agree.
You just need to like see how your scalp is and kind of go from there.
Just remember, your scalp is the same as your skin, right? Like if you're wearing makeup and have products on your face, you're not going to not wash your face, So it's the same thing if you got products in your hair. More often than not, you should be cleaning your scalp. Again, sometimes your scalp might be clean and you can co-wash. But yeah, just make sure that you're really getting there, scrubbing, getting all that product out, because that will really help promote healthy hair.
Exactly. And better hair days.
Yes.
Yeah. So I think we've been speaking about how you should manage your bad hair days in general, like as in like things you should change in your routine. But like more specifically, what is like advice that you would give to like avoid a bad hair day? Or if you have a bad hair day, what would you do?
That's a good question. So if I'm having a bad hair day, more often than not, I will put my hair up in a protective style. It'll be a bun, it'll be a ponytail. If I could braid, I would braid it. But it's a lot of the time it's just about being really flexible, being able to, think on the spot. What can you do that, you don't have time to rewash your hair and do that whole process of restyling it, but what can you do that kind of makes your hair look presentable, but maybe your curls aren't, out, they're living their best lives. They're more contained, hidden, so that when you have time to take care of them again, they're there and they're not damaged, but like you've had the opportunity to kind of, go about your daily business, but without worrying so much about how you look as
Exactly.
well.
Yeah. So protective hairstyles is a very good one.
Mm-hmm.
And it's very easy to do. And there's heaps of tutorials out there for like, I know Shelly's curls. She has like so many hairstyles that you can do. So just find one and do it, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I think don't experiment on a day that you have something special.
Yes.
Like I learned that the hard way. Don't do it.
Yeah.
It's a bad idea.
Yeah. So if you find a routine and you know that it works for you, and you have something coming up, stick to it and try that new gel that you just bought at a later date.
Yeah.
Trust me, it's not worth the tears.
Yeah.
As like, even if you've read 10,000 good reviews about this gel, you don't know how it's going to react with your hair, and you're better off just playing it safe until you have the time and the space to test something new.
Yeah. Also, make sure that if you do, like say like you do want to promote some curls while your hair sucks, then you can re-wet some bits and finger coil like I have today on my fringes.
Yeah.
But
so just refreshing your hair basically.
Yeah, like have like a go-to refresh product. Like for me it's the Curls Blueberry Bliss jelly. That stuff's great. I just wet my hair and I finger coil the bits that need finger coiling, and that's it. I'm out the door. Granted it only lasts one day, but I can do it tomorrow again if I want to.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's like another thing you can do.
Yeah, you don't want to really overcomplicate anything, Yeah. Like if you know that you're not that kind of person that has, an hour, 2 hours every morning to do their hair, then you have to find a quick refresh routine that works and stick to it, because chances are you're probably going to have quite a few bad hair days, and you just, I know myself, I don't have the time for bad hair days. I have to have something that I know I can turn to when, things start to get tough, and I know that I'll be confident.
If you just have a routine, like if you have a place to be like work, like stuff my hair, I need to be at work, I need to be at uni, I need to sit an exam, like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's about priorities, but if you can find a way to get your hair in order in a shorter amount of time, we're all for that.
Yeah. And also, like, I think if all, like, say, like, you wash your hair, it sucks, and it's, like, to the point where you can't even get it looking cute at all, like, and you have the time, co-wash it.
Yeah.
Like, the reason I say co-wash it is because if you've just shampooed your hair, the last thing you want to do is, like, shampoo it again. But you do want to hit reset on your hair. So co-wash the stuff that you just put in to your hair. Or if you can get it rinsed out without a co-wash, do that. But, yeah, that's, like, if all fails, like, and you really need to, like, get your head under the shower.
Yeah. I agree.
And otherwise, just own it.
Yeah.
Like I think I posted my wash day like the other day, the one that I'm not coping well with. It started out nice, but then as the day progressed, at the night, like it was really, really big, and I had to give a talk at a church, and I just was like, stuff it, and I just like gave the talk like with the biggest hair. I highly doubt anyone saw my face that night while I was speaking, but hey,
It's a
own it.
vibe.
You need to own it.
It's a vibe. Yeah. Look, a lot of the time, people out there, uneducated people, but people don't know the difference between frizz and curls anyway. So, look, we're on a journey to educate people and to make sure that they are aware that there's a difference. But you are your biggest critic, okay? If you see a piece of frizz in your hair, don't worry, because people, won't notice that little bit of frizz. They'll notice the rest of your hair. So
exactly,
just be yourself. Let it go. You can work on it next time.
Yeah, you work on it. There's always the next wash day. It's not the end of the world. And quite funnily, I got so many compliments. They're like, "Oh my god, your hair's so voluminous today," as if it was like intentional. I was like, actually, it's a bad hair day. Like, I did not intend for this to look this big. But yeah,
things happen.
Things happen.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Make sure you follow us on Instagram, Spotify, what else? Apple Podcasts, which is new.
Well, we have SoundCloud, but they're rude. They want to charge us now because we have more than 5 episodes. Rude.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll take it out with them later. You know?
Yeah, and follow us on Instagram too. A lot of our content is done through Instagram because, of course, editing and podcast making does take a little bit of time. But posting on Instagram is quick and easy, so that's where we usually are.
Also, suggestions for episodes. Like, we have a list, but we are starting to get to the end of it. So please share any content suggestions that you want us to talk about.
Yeah, and stay tuned because we will be collabing with a few people this
season. We have a couple of people.
So we're super excited about that. But until then, see you in
a